So I asked a question this morning on the video, the live stream I made. First of all, sorry about how I look. It kills me that I have to look like this, but everything you see on me, the balm on my forehead, the bandana, the hat, the wires, everything is for a purpose. It's to try to treat the excruciating pain I'm in. And this is what it looks like when you have no other choice. My body's contorting. So my shoulder, before I get into that, I'm going to need to sound pissed off in this video, because what it is, I asked a question earlier, is positivity able to be applied to my life as a means to rectifying? Sorry, I'm in so much pain, and I'll explain the shouting and the pissed offness in a second. But I'm in so much pain that, given the slight strangeness of my given the relationship I have with society, the fact that I'm in pain, and the fact that it hurts, the fact that it distresses, the fact that it's not being helped by the NHS, but more specifically by the people within the NHS, and then that reflects further back out to all of society. Because of that sticking point, even if I was really happy, I said, right, sod it, man. Let's just sod it. Forget my past. Forget all the depression. Forget all the injustice. Forget all the hardships. And just start afresh. You know what? My mental health might give me 2 weeks off, and I might be able to be positive. But in 2 weeks, when I'm light-hearted and I'm walking down the street with a smile on my face, the sun's shining, I've just been to the park for the first time in God knows how long to actually enjoy the park. What will happen is, the physical pain will come back then, and I'll crumble. I'll be exactly in the same place. And I'll be like, what the hell have I just been through for the past 2 weeks? I've just lied to myself. I feel ashamed. I feel like I've, what's happened? I've got a sticking point with this pain, and that makes my life miserable. So in terms of that question I asked this morning, that's the answer. What was just, and the reason for this video now, and what was just happening, is I'm in excruciating pain, and I'm screaming. My body is just not working as it should. And that's it for me. This is my life. This is what I've got to accept, and I've got to carry on. Forget everything. Forget the depression. Forget that I can't get out of bed. Forget that I'm experiencing a reality that would make most rip their own eyes out. It's excruciating, and I want to carry on. I want to get on with something, because I can't deal with my life. I can't deal. I am getting up and getting on because I'm petrified of being evicted. I'm petrified of being medicated, and those two things are driving me at the moment. They're my life purpose, to avoid medication and avoid making my life worse by being on the streets. Otherwise I just totally conk out, just forget life and disappear. But I can't. And what it is, that positivity that was enforced on me today, like real pressure, like, Andreas, you're kidding yourself, Andreas, you're lying to yourself, Andreas, you're causing your own fucking suffering. That's the bollocks that goes through my mind. I told you I have imposter syndrome. I have imposter syndrome with my own fucking life and my own fucking mental health disorder. Sorry, my ankle is killing me! My fucking ankle! And there's a reason why I'm showing outward aggression on camera. The reason is, as I said, I was standing there and the overwhelming shitness of reality, of my reality, presented itself, and I didn't know what to do. So I thought the best thing I can do, because what my intention is to come in here and get on with the tattooing and a project. And if I can make headway in that direction, I don't know, I might have a chance at something that resembles life, if my mental health is forgiving. I have no other choice. I don't know what else to do. So, the overwhelming pressure to be positive, to be happy, because I create my own suffering. I don't do a shit thing every day, and this is me being sarcastic. I'm able to be sarcastic within autism. Maybe it happens when you lose your mind to the pain and you become incensed. I can believe you do that to somebody who's autistic. They'll quickly start being sarcastic. I don't like sarcasm. I avoid it at all costs. It's been an active pursuit of mine to avoid sarcasm since I was a child. Since I heard advice not to be sarcastic. I only resort to it when I've basically lost my mind and I'm in hysteria from pain. Fucking shit! Now the reason I'm being actively aggressive is because the thought of coming in here, sitting down and getting on with something was too much for me. And I was there in between pure rage and this massive sedation that's coming over me of like, oh, be happy. Enjoy the fucking nice weather. And I realised the only way to get on with stuff was to tune in to the rage a little bit. And if I speak, because I'm not going to stand there speaking like this, am I? Who would do that in their right mind? I'll scream because it's hurting, but it gets nowhere. I don't want to be screaming. I mean, I don't want to be... I'm not fucking time. And that's at the back of my head making things worse. I never gain rest from the screaming, but it helps to alleviate the pain. But it's creating angst and stress from me disturbing a neighbour, but I've got a slightly corrupted relationship with people. You know, I've got reason for that. So I can't say I've got too much care for that reason in the first instance. But I know if I disturb my neighbours too much, there are consequences. I'll have police and ambulances knocking at my door before long. And for my own sanity, I don't really like, for my own peace, when all of this madness goes away, when all of the pain subsides for a minute and I've got 5 minutes to myself to be Andreas, it'll make me sick inside that I've disturbed a neighbour at all. Not what, even one time it would disturb me. That's the true Andreas. But I can't think about that level of pain. It's irrelevant to this. So in actuality, it will hurt me one day. If I ever go back, if I ever tune into myself. But in the present moment, I'm just don't want police at my door. They're always roundabout polite, and most of the time, 99% of the time, they won't section me. And that, to be fair, over the past year and a half, they haven't done, which is the time of concern that I'm referencing, really. So I can't fault the police. But when you're as nervous individual as I am, and when you're as afraid of authority as I am, and when you're afraid of your own life as I am because of medication, when a policeman knocks at the door, it means I've got a good chance of going to hospital, even though the past 18 months doesn't reflect that. I've still got a chance. And the way I am as an individual, the way I live my life, I live it. If there's a chance, it means I have to safeguard against that chance, even if it's 10%. It's too overwhelming to have a policeman knock at my door and I've got a 10%, 1% chance of going to hospital and experiencing that medication again. And if it happens, you know, regularly, which is sort of eased off over the past few months, physically, mentally, emotionally, and I've already got my challenges there in the first place. But that's my situation, that's my life, that's my hell, because it's not life. This isn't life, I'm in a coma. And that's what made me pick up this video, if I'm honest. The pain. I got to grips with the pain with all of these. Do you know what? I'll tell you a story. What happens is I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I'm so weak. I can't face these straps. I can't face making myself look silly. In honesty, I hate the way I hate this. It doesn't really matter, but because of how it's come from what I'm about to say, I absolutely detest it. So I wake up and I'm like so weak because I've just been beaten every day, and I can't face waking up in the morning because of challenges I've got, because of the hell we're in, because you're in hell too, whether you realise it or not. And that lie that we tell ourselves that it's life is worth gold. Don't ever accept that fucking life for your absolute fucking maximum. Hell, and our hell, I wake up and I haven't got the energy to do a thing. I'm petrified. My mental health gets me straight away, and it comes to the point where I've got to start getting ready. I've got sensations all over me because of my mental health. The sensations have overlapped with pain, so that I've got pain all over my body. And I've got to put anything on me, it's agony. But because the pain hasn't been treated in so long, it's started to contort my body. And my shoulders are rocking back and my posture's all off. And it's starting to affect the way I can deal with pain. Because a good posture means you can hold pain. This is my understanding. And I have a massive appreciation for posture in terms of physique, in terms of body. And when my shoulders shrug back and my body goes a bit like all over the place, it's not a pleasant place to be. It doesn't feel natural. I try to relax into it and get on with stuff because I know I can slowly shift it back. But as I said, where the pain hasn't been treated so long, it's really starting to change my body. It's like, imagine pain shooting through your body and you're a bit numb to it. It's going to start changing the way your body is physically held. So I need these back straps to pull my shoulders forward and my arms forward. Relax my chest, man. The pressure in my chest is unreal. My hips are causing this. I won't go into all the little details, but I need all of this bollocks. And then I've got little therapy devices I have to apply. And they're fine in the instance. They help. They really do help. But when you're so weak, the smallest little sensation is absolutely agony. So the thought of them, it's like I've got to hold off. But then the pain comes and it's like, right, the pain is really bad and I'm shouting. I could have the police at my door if I don't do something. So I've got to push myself, and I really have to push myself to begin to get ready. I have to begin to I really have to push myself to put all of this stuff on and make myself look like a fucking idiot, because I know it helps. And being an idiot, just by appearance, doesn't mean shit in terms of ego. What counts is suffering. What counts is not making my life any worse. And if that means I look like an idiot, it means I look like an idiot. And after putting on all of this stuff, I got to grips with the pain. It's like this back strap was probably the most helpful because of my shoulders and the pressure in my chest. And the screaming also helped. And at 6:30, 7 o'clock at night, I managed to calm down enough to say to myself, right, I'm in a coma. I need to take stock of my life. I couldn't really bring that to mind in the hysteria, in the moment of the pain. I needed to get to grips with the pain, to say to myself, I'm in a coma, to say, right, I've got to calm down, I've got to think about this. And then I thought, right, I need to get on. I just need to get on with something. I need to focus. And this is what I had in mind. I've got my tattoo chair set up, I've got the project all set up, and I just need to get on with it. But I'm there, and the pain, and this divide between reality of the rage to my life of the pain, otherwise it would be an active depression, but it's a rage because it's physically painful. And on the other side, the mental health coming in and saying, with imposter syndrome, like, oh, you're not really in pain, you're not really depressed, you can just lie to yourself that, just be positive, man. You smoke CBD hemp, that means you're a hippie. You should be more chilled out, fuck off. And that's the point of this video. To express the fucking rage a little bit, to get in tune with the rage. Because I don't really give a shit. I mean, I prefer positivity. I don't want to be in fucking rage. I don't want to be depressed. Sure, I'd lie to myself. I can't go the positive route. I have to go the way of rage. And that's what you see. I had to decide. I couldn't stand there separated like positivity, rage, positive. Can you imagine? Can you imagine trying to be that? If you've ever been in rage in your fucking life, my fucking ankle. And then someone standing next to you and saying, be happy, be positive, be happy. You're not in rage, you're not hurting, you're not in discomfort, you're lying to yourself. And you're like, because you're so you have to be so on point with yourself, so honest with yourself as to your own experience that you can't deny it. So you have to question, is it possible to go this Because in the moment, your circumstance doesn't call for arrogance, and you can't just tell the positivity to fuck off. Because this world is so sick, this hell is so sick. What happens is, if you display arrogance to the positivity and act as if you know, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, it will come round and bite you. So you have to take an element of softness to the circumstance that calls for fucking murder, man. I should be murdering that fucking positivity. But I can't. I have to be there, present, honest, and question it. So I realised I've got to go the way of rage. To get on, I'm in a coma, I've got to calm down, but I've got to go the way of rage. This is Rage in Harmony, man. If you've ever seen Rage in Harmony, this is it. Fucking looks insane, doesn't it? And that's it. I don't know, I don't think I'm going to be able to carry on, if I'm honest. But I've managed to come into the route, at least. I will have a smoke to regulate my breathing, because hysteria pumps you full of oxygen. Oh, and this is not a good, proactive, long-term solution. Not if you're absolute. But that's not where I'm at. Look at me. So I'm having to remedy the circumstance as best as I can. And I've got that aggression out. I've put it into my body, because what it was, the positivity wiped over me this morning. When I'm so weak and this positivity comes over you, it's like it takes advantage. That's why it really deserves to be murdered. The way it's happened is very, very violating. It's almost like that film where the world has what's it? There's a film where the whole world is hell. People people don't. But this one guy finds these glasses, and he puts them on, and he sees the world for real. And it's like zombies. It's ridiculous. He sees the truth in all the media, what it's trying to portray. You could say it's an overactive mind. I'll argue to disagree. I'll disagree to argue. I don't know which way around. You know what I'm saying. Very much reflective of that, as if it was real. As if I'm being forced to wear these positive goggles, these positive glasses, to make me see happiness. So it's a bit the other way round. Because I'm not a depressive person, man. I experienced depression in my teens. Then I got spiritual and I realised depression isn't the answer. Then I continued on with my spirituality and took it in terms of learning and growth, and I further learned avoid depression. Then spirituality turned around and said, no, we're going to give you depression. And I said, fine. And it's given me it. Well, I didn't say fine, but it's given me it, and I see its truth. The pain is unbelievable, man. And I'll ask you this because, as I said, yes, I say it, that the NHS hasn't helped me, but I don't believe it's the NHS. I don't believe it's some conspiracy with secret services either. I believe it's the people within it, which is you as well. And I believe you're of the same mindset as these individuals that have told me to go away countless of times. But I'm in a coma, you know. It makes sense on that level. Because if I had an accident, like a car accident in real life, and I woke up in this coma and I didn't know, I just had a car accident. Imagine walking down the street and having a lorry whack you in the face. I'm sure your short-term memory will be affected of that situation. But if you've got to wake up in a coma, you've got to wake up, so you might just wake up in bed the next day or something. But in real life, you're in fucking agony. So the coma is creating a circumstance and scenario and a situation where it's saying, nah mate, we're going to make you pain, we're going to put you in pain. Makes absolute sense. But I'm in a coma. And this world, I'm not going to be brave and start testing laws of reality. I'm going to take it very seriously. I'm quite a pussy. I hate confrontation. I have my whole life. And in that nature, I've got to just accept the coma is just going on the reality of what was there before. And slowly, like the cunts at the hospital told me to fuck off, in essence, countless of times. Things can start changing of their own accord. I'm not going to push those grounds. And I'll leave it here. I have a smoke, regulate my breathing now, calm down a little bit into the rage. And I just need to get comfortable in the rage. And that's it. So whatever consciousness that's wanting to take the reins of my fucking mental health at the moment, I ask you politely, I would love to be positive, but I can't. If you are sane, you'll be able to see that. And if you're not, either way, leave me alone. It's not appropriate what you're doing. So that's what active rage looks like. Next time you want to be angry, just be like me, innit?